Hey guys, um, I want to talk today about GMO foods, fruits and vegetables and what have you. And are we actually eating and drinking chemicals when we think we're eating normal, natural foods? Well, did you know that uh, we are actually eating food that are based on poison, chemicals, strychnine, rat poison, you name it? It's all to make a buck at our health and at our expenses, and it's just not right. But some things is out of your control. We just have to be more careful about what we eat and what we drink. So I want to talk about that today. Now I read a blogger. Um, he was writing about the dangers of HMO. Specifically, his topic was about watermelon, the seedless watermelon. And what folks do not know is that they eat seedless fruits and watermelons, melons, and vegetables all the time. And I was one of those people who was aggravated by fruits that had seeds in it. I thought it was a lot easier to just do away with the seeds, not thinking that how can you have a fruit or a vegetable if it hasn't started from seeds and ended with seeds? So what's growing it? Something, right? Uh, I also read where people are saying, "Oh, don't be thrown off by the seedless. It's just a process, a different process as to how they do it." Wrong. Uh, I may not know that every fruit and vegetable that are seedless is a hybrid food, but what I do know, all hybrid foods are seedless. So I based it on that. So if you are hybrid and you're seedless, I'm not going to eat any of you that are seedless. I recently purchased a jar of preserves. I forget what type, of figs or something, and it said seedless. And I said, "Oh, great!" Not thinking, when I bought it, that we have to be conscious all the time. What's being done to us would be we're being lied to on a regular basis, and we have to kind of like take control of who we are and what we want for ourselves. So they were the watermelon seeds were hybrid seeds, and he also showed the watermelon that he had purchased. The color was off, of course, had no seeds, and the rind of the watermelon was not white. As I remember growing up as a kid, the watermelon was red, juicy, and the rind was white. Uh, the watermelon he showed and the watermelon that I have dealt with myself taste like nothing, and it didn't have any seeds in it, and the color wasn't right. So I just said, "Oh, maybe it's just the wrong season for watermelon or the wrong season for this particular fruit." But that's not true. No matter when you go to the store and purchase fruits and vegetables, particularly fruits, oftentimes it doesn't have that great taste, and it just tastes you know, like you waste your money. And my son told me many, many times, if you feel that way, why don't you just take it back and get your money's worth? But once you come home and put all your groceries away and getting settled, you really don't want to go back out. And I just don't think of the next day as a possibility. But I need to start thinking about doing that because it's just not right. Because you're wasting money. I'm wasting money. So there are hybrids, and hybrids affects our DNA, and that's the whole purpose of all of this. One, to make money. Two, to alter our makeup, mind, body, and spirit. That's how I see it anyway. And it causes your body to get diseases, and it creates all kinds of allergies because it's not really made for human consumption. And if they don't get caught, they're going to continue to do it. So it's like you are putting something foreign in your body, and your body will have a negative effect to it. I mean, just common sense. after a while you're continually doing it throughout your entire life, then what's going to happen? It's another way of destroying your body, genocide, if you want, whatever you like to call it. So the GMO foods are purposely created to destroy your DNA and your health over a period of time. It's a gradual process, but it's doing what it's supposed to do effectively. The manufacturers uh, loves this, about what they're doing because they make that money, um, and then they probably don't use it themselves for their family and their health, but they know that our families' health are being affected by it. So simply put, once again, we've been lied to. So anyway, this blogger wrote about the dangers of GMO. In particular, his topic was about watermelon. Because I saw him, he had to literally throw that watermelon out. It was just that bad and scary looking. So while the watermelon company heard about this blogger and contacted him and told him that he threatened him actually with a lawsuit, claiming that he was spreading lies on his blog and that it was affecting his watermelon business. And should he continue, they will have to go to court. So, out of fear and concern about getting sued in First Family, he knew he wouldn't be able to fight a big business. So, he decided to lay low and to try to post again, maybe later on. Excuse me. So, we all deserve to know the truth. It's up to us as to how we perceive, um, information. So, we won't care one way or the other, but those of us that, well, I won't say we, some people don't care one way or the other, but those that do care have the right to know what is going on, especially when it's containing information about them or about us. The blogger decided that if he was um, slapped with a lawsuit, he would fight back because the truth was on his side, and this information must get out to the people who needs to know, who wants to know. So he decided to go for it, and he continued writing. He's going to continue to write about the harmful effects of GMOs. People are consuming hybrid foods and don't even know it. Now that's the bad part. Now if you know it and you don't care, that's okay. That's you. You do you. But if you don't know and you don't want this, that's not good. So we are being poisoned slowly. They use chemicals to mutate the genes to create hybrid foods that we are buying in the supermarket and at even farmers markets. But at least if you know to ask at the farmers market, they would most likely tell you one way or the other exactly what you are buying. So that's the fairness. If you notice watermelon, for example, they are mostly seedless, and because they are modified, they are much, much bigger or much, much smaller, one way or the other. They're just not the average size as you remember them to be. Also, a modified watermelon, according to the blogger, and I can attest to that, look about the same as on the outside. But when you open up one of them, the color, like I said, is off. It's not really all that red. And of course, there are not seeds in them at all, um, in the whole thing, nothing. The rind, again, yellowish looking, not white. And if you're like me and remember eating watermelon as a kid, they wasn't discolored. It was beautiful red, deep red watermelon. And they always had seeds in them. Just think about, uh, I don't know, how do they regrow watermelon on a farm if they have not any seeds to plant from the beginning. That's something to think about. And how does it continue to germinate if you have no seeds to start with? Um, and if you find a way to plant stuff without seeds, then that is not the natural way of uh, providing food to the consumer. So that's a big red flag. I'm sure you can agree with me on that one. Have you also noticed the fruits never taste like anything? Have you noticed that? I mean, once in a great moon, you might get a good tasting fruit. This is what I've noticed, and I've been noticing this for years now. Never able to find good fruits anymore. And they cost a fortune to be so disappointing. Even if I go to the health food store, I'm not saying that it's not organic. They say it is, but the taste is no greater than anything else. Just amazing. And I've been tempted many times to jump in my car and take, the product right back to demand my money. But I just get lazy. You get caught up in other things, and you just don't have time to keep running back in the store. You don't want to go to the store in the first place. At least I don't. I hate going grocery shopping. So to go back to the store, for something such as that is just mind-boggling. But I never do, and I guess that's wrong. They are counting on us to do just that. How many of us would bother? Not too many. And we have busy lives, as I said, and we have time to be going. We don't have the time to be going back and forth to the store. GMO foods don't have any nutrients in them. They really don't. They're just bland food with no nutrients in them. They tell you that seedless foods are just organic liars. They tell you, uh, no, you are wrong. Organic seedless foods are not from GMO crops. Lies again. Do you really think they will be truthful about this? We uh, we buy them, uh, and would we buy them if we knew what was the lie that they were telling us? They would make money, and they would go out of business. I don't know about you, but I don't want these uh, I don't know, foreign organisms, I guess, in my or my family's body. When you know better, of course you do better. An American poll, 70% chance of people are picking GMOs without their knowledge. 70% of people, at least. It is said that 7 out of 10 items has been modified. They are not allowed to label GMO foods, just other ingredients, what's in here, da, 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 da. They're not going to tell you this is a hybrid food. They're not going to tell you that. And we need to make laws to make that happen. But again, they will go out of business. However, they're forced to provide better labeling about, what's in our foods, like I just mentioned, but not the GMO. They say the best way to avoid GMO foods is to buy organic. But I've seen seedless fruits in health food stores. And by definition, foods that are certified organic must be 1, free from GMO, 2, produced without pesticide or artificial fertilizer, 3, animals without use of growth, promoting, not promoting, well, how to put this? Animals without use of growth promotes other drugs. So organic crops like corn can be contaminated, mostly without fail, or the say soybean or corn, always mostly modified. Usually corn, in particular, and soybean, you can just about bank on it. It's modified. You have to really read the labels when you buy these items. Um, it can be from any or all food groups. It doesn't just stop with fruits or vegetables. This is a serious major problem. It's in your meats. I saw the news just today talking about cloning animals, and rich people are cloning their pets so they can have a pet just like the one that didn't survive, because pets don't live forever. And they said, what about people? What about humans? Oh, no, 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 we don't tamper with that. Lie, liar. I don't believe that, because science is just too greedy. They want to know too much. So they're not going to just cut the line and say, we're not going to go over here. We're just going to stay in this zone. That's not how they work. That's not how they roll. They're going to continue to discover and explore until they create some big monster that we can't solve. So those are little, uh, they're little round stickers. What I'm trying to say, little round stickers on your produce when you go to the store. They're on your fruits, and I believe they're on the vegetables. And it's about about the product. And it's not for us to know what they are per se, but if you know what they mean, they can be for us to get to gain knowledge. And they call PLU codes. And I forgot what PLU stands for. You can look it up. P as in Paul, L as in Lucy, and U as in umbrella. And it depends on if the fruits were conventionally grown, organically grown, or just genetically engineered. In some of the factories, you get a lot of the food just engineered from the factory, never seen soil or nothing. Just manufactured in a in a building. So the PLU code has 4 digits. Okay, the organic sticker have 5 digits, and the GMO has. Let me explain a little bit different. The organic stickers have 5 numbers with a prefix of 9. And this is in the case of a watermelon, but probably other fruits too. But you can notice that there's a number, there's 4 numbers, and then there's a number in front of that 4 number that will tell the like the store or whatever, that this is organic. So, for example, if you have 5 digits, um, and the first digit is a 9, it's telling you it's an organic product. And if it's GMO, uh, genetically modified, it also has 5 digits, but in the beginning of the numbers is an 8. Conventional grown fruits, whatever, you might see, say, for example, 1023. Okay? There's no other number, there's no 5 number, no 5th number, just 4 numbers. Then you go into the organic, then you have that 9 that I mentioned earlier, but you still have those 4 numbers, 1023. The GMO, genetically modified item, you have the 8 in front of the 4 digit, the 1023, then you have the 8 in front of that. And that's to let you know what you are, what it is. And if you understand that, you know what you are buying, and you know, not, okay, that's organic. Okay, I can buy that. It has a 9 in front of it. Oh, okay, GMO, I don't want that. It has 8 in front of it. Somebody may say, GMO, I don't care. 8, 9, 10, whatever. I'll still buy it. Not everybody feels that way. And we all should have something to base that on. So I'm really hoping that they can clarify those numbers. I used to always wonder, why are these little stickers on my fruit? I hate peeling them off too. But they're there for a specific reason, and for a good reason. And if you don't understand how it operates, you won't know what it means. The next thing is, to avoid these hybrid fruits, they are They are intended to go against and to alter the human beings. Hybrid foods are have more sugar in it, the hybrid ones, because they're trying to cover up what it really is. It's just bland stuff. But if you put some sugar in it or put some salt in it, it'll throw you off. So to make it appear like a natural fruit or natural food, they will sweeten it where it needs to be sweetened, or it will salty it, savory it if it needs to be salted. So just avoid seedless altogether and can't go wrong there. Avoid processed foods. The belief is uh, we all don't know about them. Um, they said, it's come from from the wrong part of processing. They're really camouflaged with lots of salt and trans fats and all kinds of things like that, and are very little nurturing value to it. So avoid them at all costs. It helps cut back on consuming lots of GMOs because they can slip through that way, and it's healthier for you to not go that route, and to also help you um, boost better health. So that's all I have on that today. But it's good to think about, what are you putting in your mouth? What are you putting into your family's mouth? Uh, Pay close attention to what's on the labels. And sometimes you just can't know what's in some fruits, because even the supermarkets or the whatever, they won't put on their sign what this particular fruit is. They might say delicious uh, red apples. They might say sweet watermelon. They're not going to say sweet seedless. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times they don't put what they need to have, so you know what you're buying. So when you're in a rush, you're trying to get in and out, you're grabbing stuff, you're not paying attention to what you're grabbing. Like I said, not too long ago, and I knew better. Not too long ago, I bought some preserves. I think it was strawberry preserve, no, raspberry, strawberry, something like that, figs, and it said seedless, plain as day, which was good, but I didn't pay attention to it. I just grab, and came out the store. So I'm trying to be conscious of that now, to not run into that area of always grabbing stuff and not being cognizant of what I'm grabbing. So that is that for now. If I have any more to add on it, I'll bring it into a part two. And this is Julie Podcast. So be well, be safe, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a good day.